Sound check one. Good, is it still morning? Okay, good. Good morning, everyone. I see everyone is on WebEx except myself and Councillor Wang, so we're carrying the torch here on council. Anyways, I want to say that Councillor Nan is on WebEx, Councillor Beatty, Councillor Kassar, Councillor Francis, Councillor Maureen Wilson, Councillor Alex Wilson, and Councillor Kretsch. Welcome. So we have quorum, and I would like to call this annual general meeting of the sole members of the Hamilton Tourism Development Corporation to order. Please remember that all electronic devices to be switched to a non-audible function during committee. Approval of the minute. May I please have a mover and a seconder to approve the agenda as presented? Councillor Wang and Councillor Beatty, thank you. Is there any questions? No? Show of hands, please. And it's carried. Thank you. Declaration of interest. Is there any declaration of interest? I don't see any, so we're going to move on. Approval of the minutes of a previous meeting, item 4, February 11, 2024. May I please have a mover or second to adopt the minutes of the February 11, 2024 meeting? Councillor Kretsch, Councillor Beatty, thank you. Is there any questions? No, I don't see it. Show of hands, everyone. And everybody's lifted their hands up. Okay, item for information 5.1, Hamilton Tourist Development Corporation Board of Director minutes. It's 5/1, February 11th, February 12th, and October 7th, all in 2025. May I please have a mover and a second to receive the board minutes? Councillor Kretsch, Councillor Wang, thank you. Okay. Okay, I just saw that now. Councillor Wilson, please. Maureen Wilson.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Just a small thing. There's a typo in Councillor Wang's name on the May minutes. Just correction for the record. Thank you.
Oh, that's a must. Even Councillor Wang didn't catch it. And it's her name. So thank you, Councillor Wilson, for noticing. Okay, so show of hands, please. Everybody, and it's carried. Items for consideration, 6.1, audit consolidated financial statement for the year ending December 31st, 2024. Are there any questions on the financial statement only? I don't see any, thank you. And then there's 6.2 annual report. Vice President of the Corporation, Lisa Abbott, and Treasurer, Shelley Esmer, please come to the podium for your presentation. And obviously you have 10 minutes, and welcome. Oh, Councillor Taddison just walks in. Welcome. Thank you, Lisa and Shelley. Looking forward to your presentation.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of Council. I am Lisa Abbott, Director of Tourism and Culture for the City of Hamilton and the Vice President of the Hamilton Tourism Development Corps, and I'm joined today by Shelley Esmer, who is the Treasurer of the Hamilton Tourism Development Corps. The purpose of today's meeting is to provide an overview of activities and accept the 2024 audited financial statements. As we are not yet at the end of 2025, we are not reporting on financials to date in 2025. However, this is a good opportunity to update on all approved initiatives since we began collecting the MAT tax in 2023. As an update, we have had some changes with Arvind Prasad, now officially president of the corporation. In December of 2024, the City of Hamilton approved the 24 to 28 tourism strategy that guides decision-making for both tourism and events with the support of the Tourism and Culture Division and the Hamilton Tourism Development Corporation. Additionally, the business plan for the Hamilton Tourism Development Corporation was approved in May of 24, providing a matrix for decision-making to ensure transparency and accountability. Additional governing documents include the HTDC MAT Reserve Policy and the City of Hamilton MAT Reserve Policy. These all provide mechanisms which allow us to move forward on initiatives that grow Hamilton's reputation as a leading tourism destination, create vibrant tourism districts, promote and support the sustainability of natural assets, and strengthen Hamilton's major festivals and events. These priorities are identified in the tourism strategy. As an operational update and to provide some idea of the successes that we've had, we recently had the Ontario Craft Brewers Conference that took place in November with 1,000 attendees and an estimated economic impact of $500,000. In January coming up, Theatre Aquarius will be hosting the first ever Canadian Musical Theatre Summit, drawing theatre professionals from around the world, with an estimated economic impact of $100,000 in its first year. This event is expected to grow and level up Hamilton's reputation for theatre across the country. Hamilton has also secured the hosting rights for the 27 and 29 Canada-wide Science Fair with an estimated and anticipated economic impact of $1.2 million. Sports, of course, plays a really big role in our portfolio. And here's an example of the U Sports Women's Soccer Championship. As well as providing great role models for young women in sports, this event has an estimated economic impact of $175,000. Other initiatives that have been previously approved include a Downtown Hamilton Nighttime Economy Study. Work has begun on this, and on September 18th, the Tourism Hamilton partnered with the Hamilton Chamber of Commerce to present a Nighttime Economy Summit with guest speaker Mathieu Grandin, who is the City of Ottawa's night mayor. It was a great conversation with members from Hamilton's business community and included representation from arts and culture organizations, event attractions, hotels and restaurants, with lots of ideas and initiatives about how to move forward. Oh, sorry. Yep, there we go, right slide. And just a word about destination marketing efforts. These include marketing, branding, and sponsorship opportunities to create vibrancy and signal that something really special is happening in Hamilton. We are leading a year-long citywide campaign to celebrate and promote music in Hamilton that leverages the arrival of new high-impact music events and assets that are coming to the city throughout 2026. Goals for this campaign include driving tourism visitation, thereby increasing economic vitality through visitor spending, develop and invest in the local music sector, providing a catalyst for future growth, cultivate local pride, building on Hamilton's existing music legacy, and help change the perception of Hamilton. Hamilton is a music destination, and our goal is to change its reputation to include that of vibrancy, safety, and an exceptional nightlife scene. Of course, the opening of the TD Coliseum and the 2026 Juno Awards will have a huge impact on the city, but in addition, we also have the Ontario Folk Music Festival in the fall, and a full year of festival and events, big and small, including Supercrawl, the Hamilton Philharmonic Orchestra, the Brat Music Festival, the Festival of Friends, and Theatre Aquarius is premiering an original production based on the music of the Tragically Hip, which is sure to draw a lot of attendees to Hamilton. A few updates on the Juno Awards, as we are all furiously planning for that event. The 2026 awards are scheduled at the TD Coliseum on March 29th, with the Junos Festival kicking off with a concert at the Music Hall on Thursday, March 26th. Mark your calendars. There will be a series of events, including a comedy show, a ceremony honoring Indigenous Juno nominees, a songwriter's circle that shines a spotlight on emerging artists, a Junior Junos event, in addition to live music concerts in multiple venues during Junos Week. The Junos Charity of Choice is Music Counts, an organization that will be making funds available to schools in Hamilton, Six Nations, and at MCFN for music programs, to either enhance existing programs or even to begin programs that don't currently exist. These efforts are in collaboration with existing organizations in Hamilton like the TuneIn Foundation and the Hamilton Music Coalition and the Hamilton Music Advisory Team. I will share that at the recent Junos press event, it was announced that the Arkells will be performing, Nelly Furtado will be inducted into Canada's Music Hall of Fame, and the incomparable Joni Mitchell will be receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. An update on 2024 initiatives. We're good. We're happy to share that the Indigenous Tourism Experiences Study is now complete. The implementation plan is scheduled to be shared before the end of 2025, circulated through a memo to Council. The engagement phase of the Waterfall Destination Master Plan is well underway, and a project update will be provided at the Q1 meeting to the Board of the Hamilton Development at the HTDC Board. In addition, we've had multiple initiatives coming from funding that was allocated in 2024, including placemaking projects. Some money was allocated for projects resulting from the City of Hamilton's gender-based safety audit, additional monies for the Downtown Creative Placemaking Grants Program, the King William Summer Street closure, additional to support Fringe on the Streets, the Hamilton Philharmonic Orchestra's concert series, and other activities that took place at Ferguson Station. I'll now turn it over to Shelley for the financials.
Thank you, Lisa. Good morning through the chair. Shelley Hesmer, Treasurer of Hamilton Tourism Development Corporation. So I'm going to walk through first on the first slide is our operating budget for HTDC for 2025. The 2025 budget was approved by the board on May 12, 2025. It shows a forecasted net loss of approximately $361,000. This is a result of having more expenses than revenues. Budgeted revenues include municipal accommodation tax and interest income. Budgeted expenses include bid fees and tourism projects and initiatives, software subscriptions, professional fees for bookkeeper, audit, and city staff time spent on Hamilton Tourism Development Corporation. We also have expenses for ORMA, Ontario Restaurant, Hotel and Motel Association fees, insurance, and financial charges. The primary driver for the net loss is due to bid fees and tourism projects and initiatives. We have budgeted for these items in order to keep operations moving while we build our reserve balance to $2 million. We will be leveraging our line of credit only if required, and we will be bringing back our actual to budget results in 2026. So just enter to the next slide. Next up is our statement of financial position. The audited financial statements, let me backtrack. The audited financial statements were brought forward to the board yesterday for approval, which was December 4th, 2025. The audit was completed by our external auditors, KPMG, and this was our second year of audit. I'll now walk through the slide that's in front of you. This is an overview of our financial position for Hamilton Tourism Development Corporation. Total assets at December 31st, 2024 was approximately $2.5 million. This is an increase of $1.5 million from 2023. The largest difference is in cash. Cash at December 31st, 2024 was approximately $2.14 million, which is an increase of approximately $1.24 million from 2023. The cash increase is aligned with the strategy to build our reserve towards a $2 million target. Current liabilities increased approximately $69,000, and this is just primarily due to timing differences in when payments are leaving our bank account. Under the non-current liabilities, we see a new line added for 2024, and this is related to our long-term debt. The amount is for $280,000, and this is because we drew off the line of credit to keep our strategy moving forward with HTDC and our plans. And it is also aligned with us utilizing that reserve for operations and items such as bid fees and administrative expenses. The last item on here is net assets, which reflects an unrestricted balance of approximately $2.1 million. This is an increase of $1.1 million from 2023. This unrestricted balance is the accumulated surplus for the past 2 years. Moving now on to our statement of operations. For 2024, we saw a net income of approximately $1.1 million. This primarily relates to revenues of approximately $1.2 million, made up of municipal accommodation tax and interest. Expenses were approximately $73,000, made up primarily of professional fees, subcontractors, interest on long-term debt, and insurance. When we look at the variance between budget to actual, net income was approximately $300,000, higher than expected. This is primarily due to a variance of approximately $226,000 in subcontractors. Some contractor funds for bid fees initially planned for 2024 have been postponed to 2025. So that is what the variance primarily relates to. And now I will open up the floor to any questions.
I love that picture right there. People are having fun. That's great. Okay, I don't see anyone asking questions at all. That's amazing. That's good. Councillor Wilson, Maureen Wilson, thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Apologies for the late notice. Just on the topic of bid fees, if I'm recalling correctly, this was a matter that assumed some lengthy discussion the last term of council. And I thought there was direction, and this was pre-Tourism Development Corporation. Once a bid was announced, I thought there was direction on the municipality having to daylight or to disclose how much they bid on a conference, music, sport event, or anything of that nature. Is there knowledge of that from those who are with you from staff in the chamber? Thank you.
Is it Lisa?
Through the chair, thank you, Councillor, for your question. I just want to get clarity. Are you looking for the breakdown of all the bid fees that we had budgeted for? We do have that information, so we can provide that level of detail. Absolutely. And that would have been presented to the board. I'm not sure if it's included in the minutes or not, but it would have been included in the board minutes, possibly.
So
Do you want me to go grab it?
I did read.
it's in the report, and if it's not, can we send it to all the councillors?
Yeah, go ahead. Through the chair, absolutely, we can send that information out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Just so I understand, and I likely don't, the topic of bid fees is municipalities, there's notice of an event, and a municipality bids to host that event. In so doing, the amount of the bid is deemed to be confidential for commercial reasons, I think. But the subject of discussion was once the activity announces who was the successful, who was awarded the successful bid, is there disclosure on whether the city was or was not the successful applicant? Is there disclosure on how much we paid for the bid? Through the chair.
Lisa?
To respond to the councillor through the chair, my understanding is that prior to a bid being accepted, there are times where there are measures where the bid is kept confidential. Once the bid is successful, that is reported through the HTDC board minutes, and full disclosure is then fed up to council through the council minutes at the AGM on an annual basis. Thank you.
Councillor?
Thank you. So sorry again, showing my ignorance. That disclosure is for bids that were successful and those that were not successful. Is that the case?
To respond through the chair, that is my understanding. My feeling is that there is no confidentiality once that bid process has passed and full disclosure is made. I am happy to ensure that the answer is correct and reconfirm that. Thank you.
Councillor?
Thank you. If the vice president is able to just offer that confirmation, that would be helpful. My recollection, Chair, again, is the city, you have to submit, you have to submit, the bid costs money. You have to, don't mean to be disparaging, you have to pay to play to get into the bid arena. And then there is a decision on the award. And so I think the discussion in the past has been how much the city put forward in their bid activity. So any confirmation you could offer, that would be helpful.
Through the chair, my understanding is that process that you described is correct.
And so, beg your pardon, Chair, so the vice president is going to affirm that the Development Corporation daylights how much they put forward in the bid, whether they were successful or not?
Through the chair, yes, Councillor.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can I pass the chair to Councillor Wang and welcome Councillor Ted McMeekin? First of all, can you give me the percentage that MAT, the Municipal Accommodation Tax, that they do? What's the percentage that goes to the city?
To respond through the chair, a 4% accommodation tax is charged to the consumer. That money is collected, and then 2% goes to a city reserve, and the other 2% goes to the corporation's reserve.
So that's displayed on our meeting today?
Through the chair, you have the corporation's financials in front of you, not the city's reserve financials. Thank you.
That's great. I love, you said something about the nightmare, the night scene. Was it Ottawa? Did you say that, what was the city?
To respond through the chair, Ottawa has implemented a position. It is a management position within the corporation that is fondly nicknamed the Nightlife Mayor. That is not his actual official title, but he did come and share how that came to be, and he has done tremendous amounts of work in both Montreal and Ottawa on revitalizing the nightlife economy in both of those cities.
I think that's wonderful. Like I mentioned when I went to Leon in Mexico, we finished all our sports, and then there was music till 2 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't believe it, and it was packed. So what are we doing to advance that? What are we doing here in Hamilton?
Thank you for the question through the chair. Through the initiation of this nightlife economy study, we're going to be piloting some programs in 2026, starting very soon with the Juno Awards. One of the pilots is the extension of hours through the AGCO permit. And so some of the initiatives are things like staggering closing times so that we don't have critical mass on the street at the same time. It is through a program where we are putting ambassadors on the street that are helping with safety concerns at that hour and ensuring that we have appropriate transportation to get people to and from where they need to go safely. Those are some of the initial initiatives. Further initiatives are going to be coming throughout 2026 and 27, and some of the more fun things will definitely be on the agenda. Thank you.
It just makes sense. We have big music concerts. They finish at 10, 11. We want them to stick around and go to restaurants and have music. So I think that's a very smart thing to do. And I just think it's great. So thank you, Lisa, for answering that. I don't see anyone else, so we're going to move on. Thank you for sharing, and thank you, Shelley, as well. Thank you. Okay, so the 2025 budget, we already asked if there's any questions, and is there any questions? I think that's fine. And there's no vote required. So we're going to go to the shareholder resolution item, 10.1. May I please have a mover and a seconder to the shareholder resolution on the floor? Councillor Taddison and Councillor Wang. Thank you. Is there any question on the appointment of the auditor? I don't see any. Okay, we're going to electronic vote. This is the first e-vote we'll do, so it might take a few seconds. And I'm thumbs up, of course.
I see your thumbs up, Councillor Francis.
Sorry, Chair. The vote is up, but it's not responding. So if you could mark me thumbs up, please.
I don't think it's,
Francis, okay. Yeah.
and it passes 12-0. Thank you, and now we're in adjournment. Have a great day. I guess we'll all see you on Wednesday for council. So adjourn at 11:28. Enjoy the day. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you.